Ooh, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Dad in the building, man. We back in this thing with Let That Be Known. We're here to talk about the Pro Bowl, man. The good, the bad, the ugly. If you like it, we're here to talk about it all. We're here to let it be known. But without further ado, here's my co-host.
Hey, what's going on, fam? This your boy John. And go ahead and grab yourself something to drink, sit back, relax, and let that be known. Sports. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. I'm looking at the Pro Bowl, getting into the Pro Bowl. Trying to get adapted. I like how they kind of did the coaching. I enjoyed that. I enjoy the coaches and their competitive spirit. But before we get into that, well, we get into that much later. I bring it up much later in the show. I get into that. But the NFC score, man, the NFC took the game 66-52. And the NFC started off hot. And this thing, you know, AFC took over. And the NFC in the second half went on a 30-8 run, which was crazy. And they took the win, man. So shout out to them boys. They got a big payday for it. I think it was $500K or something like that, a piece or something like that. So that's a good little change there. That's a house. That's multiple college tuitions.
Facts. Yes, sir.
Well, what was your thoughts on it, man?
Yeah, man. You know, with it being the flag football event now.
Yeah, it's a 7-on-7.
7-on-7, basically what my son plays. So I was kind of familiar with the rules of how it goes and things like that, but it was different. But it was it started out tough. It was tough for me to watch, but come second half when the competition turns on, then I was more inclined to watch. Only thing I kind of hate about it is it leaves the big, as a former lineman myself, it just leaves them just all the way out the picture. They don't do the skill competitions no more. Anything for them. They just, them just sit over there just chilling. I'm sure they don't mind. Well, some of them don't mind, but
some of them got out there and played.
Hey, some of them did get out there and play, but it kind of just leaves them just all the way out the loop. At least when you had the skill challenges, give them something to do, kind of make them feel a part of it. But overall, man, it ended on a pretty good note, man. And shout out to Dak and the wideouts out there, man, showing what they had been doing all season. And of course, it did take Dak for us to win, because when they put Jalen Hurts and Jared Goff in there,
they closed it out, though.
Yeah, I almost smoked it off.
They almost smoked it off for them, though.
But it was, it was fun, man. It was lighthearted, just like backyard football, essentially. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool. It was
it was fun. Shout out to you, Mr. Gifford. That's what I said. The only thing I didn't like, it eliminates the lineman. So yeah.
We agree with you on that, brother. We agree with you on that. I thought they should have found a different format, or I'm not sure. I know they tried to go the safety route, and I mean, it's almost, what do they do? Because if you do put the pads on, you put the big man out there, nobody's gonna play for real. Nobody's gonna hit for real. Well, and then people are gonna be pissed off by that. Like, man, they not even out there trying. Like, they just letting guys through. Like,
well, so, I mean, yeah, that's fine. I mean, it can stay like that part. That's why I said if you kept the skills challenges, remember back then in the day they had the quarterback one. I think they even had one recently for the linemen and linebackers. Kind of had one like for them with the strength competition. Used to have the kicking competition, things like that kind of go along with it. But when you eliminate all that and then you just have this, it just kind of just like, you better off not even almost having it in a sense, or even having them select the linemen and all them to the Pro Bowl, because it's like get there and you just on the sideline. Most of them are.
Yeah, it's a vacation for most of them.
Yeah, like Mr. Confetti said, yeah, you used to have the bench press back in the day. But
Yeah.
yeah, that event. So I remember Larry Allen used to kill that at that event, man.
I miss all that. I mean, the relay races they used to have. Like, let's really find out who the fastest. Like, we got Jameer Gibbs there, Turpin. Let's put some of these guys out there and really see. Like, let's see who really fast. Like,
Not just
I think that'll been cool for sure, for sure. Um, just different competitions. For sure, they should have involved everybody. I thought that'd have been cool. But it's the NFL, man.
yeah, man. They found a way to,
But man, George Pickens won the offensive player MVP. Antoine Winfield won the defensive player MVP. Um, how do you feel about the um? How do you feel about like the players, or like how do you think we can get the players more in tune?
It's tough at this point, man. Because everybody's on the safety kick. Like I said, man, the only of course, money it always helps. That's how you kind of saw it like in the second half where it kind of kick in a little bit. But like I said, if you add more like the other stuff in it, man, so you have them bragging rights. I think far as the actual game, this is about as much competition you gonna get at this point.
Because I think what changed was, like, guys back in the day, it was a sense of pride.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they want to show, like, I'm the best tight end, or I'm the best running back, or I'm the
Mm-hmm.
best receiver, or I'm the best quarterback.
Right.
Like, it was time for them to show up there
Sure.
and really prove, like, I'm like that. Like, I'm the top
Yeah.
guy. And I
Yeah.
don't
So
think
that era gone. So that's what I'm saying. So for those type of, I think to fuel those type of competitions, you're gonna have to bring those competitions back, because they even had one with the quarterbacks with the accuracy throws. When they had the little things going across the field, you had the
I
dots,
remember I used to see who could throw the
who
farthest.
could throw the farthest. Even the receivers had
Hands challenge.
competition,
Yeah.
hands challenge. So that's the way they're gonna have to bring that back if they want some competition during this the Pro Bowl week or event. They're gonna have to It's gonna have to be through the challenges. It's not gonna be in the game. In the game, that's what you're gonna get, because ain't nobody trying to start their offseason hurt or potential hurt.
I mean, of course,
So
nobody wants to do that. I mean, and realistically, it's bad for the NFL.
mhm.
You start getting star players go down. You know,
Yeah, so that's why I say, as far as up in the competition, it's just gonna have to be through they're gonna have to bring those back. That's my recommendation, and kind of push that rather than the game. Because I mean, if you even look at it now, man, like for the NBA, man, it's more so about the 3-point contest and the dunk contest rather than the game at this point. So
maybe it'll be a little different in the NBA this year, man. They got the USA versus World, so maybe they take a little pride. Maybe it's what I mean. Maybe it's like the Olympic basketball, like So that's what I'm hoping for.
And don't put too much stock in it, bro.
I mean, I'm hoping for it. It's money, of course, money on the line, but like if you got your country on your back, and nobody wants to be like, man, yeah, world. The last thing U.S. want to do is be taunted for losing to the Europeans. That's the
Man.
last thing that USA players are gonna want.
Well, the only thing that may prevent that, because there's only one European that plays hard every time, every All-Star game, and that's Giannis.
Wimby
Even
too.
and Wemby. So
We trying to play hard.
yeah, but like Luka and Joker, man, they be out there just like.
I think they gonna play, man, because the format you put it in, it's like you put it in like in a country format.
So is them all on one team?
All Europeans
So
on
that's
one team.
Shea, Luka, Joker, Giannis. You got
Wemby.
Sheesh.
They put Cat over there. They put everybody over there.
Sheesh.
Joel Embiid.
Oh, Embiid didn't make
They
it.
got all. I think Embiid was on there. I seen.
I think he was snubbed.
Let's see. NBA. Bear with us, guys. NBA All-Star roster.
So they added Kawhi. Yeah, he got snubbed, bro.
Okay.
Oh, they got Jamal Murray, Pascal Siakam,
Young Victor, Luka, Shea, Giannis, Denny. So like, I'm saying like they got all the big men.
That is true. Because like if you look at one of the USA teams, the one that has Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson, Steph, you got KD.
They don't got a center.
They don't have a center. LeBron
don't play center.
Right. Or KD, however you want to do it.
Women finna have it way down there.
Boy,
and Jokic.
And Jokic. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Giannis gonna be in
that's
what
I'm saying. Like stuff like that, I think it's gonna create more of a challenge or more of a pride thing, because Europeans will be looking like, man, they thinking about their country or their home. And then USA is going to be thinking like, man, we don't want to be taunted for losing to the Europeans. They already saying that the Europeans are better than American basketball. Like all the top players in the league are European.
Top 5 to 7 is European, is overseas players.
So when you look at it, you got Jokic and Shea and Luka and Giannis and Wemby. That's 5 there.
Yeah, man.
Before we even get into debatables.
Mm-hmm. And then they were wrong for putting this other team. They have Scotty Barnes, Devin Booker, Cade, Jalen Duren, Anthony Edwards, Chet, Jalen Johnson, Tyrese Maxey.
That's gonna be a fun squad, though. They're
gonna get up and down the court, but they ain't got no point guard. A Cade and Tyrese Maxey, but still
they got some scoring though.
Yeah, they're gonna have some scoring, but
I think it's better than the LeBron them team. You gave them no big
at all. That's gonna be, yeah, man. The USA better watch out, bro, because
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm looking at.
Cause you got they close to two biggest men already gonna play hard when Giannis and Victor. Yeesh. That's gonna be tough, man. That is gonna be tough.
Pascal always plays hard.
Yeah, he do. Then I think with Jamal Murray just been his
first time
one,
he gonna be playing hard.
Yeah, man, they're gonna have work cut out for him, bro. For sure. Anyway, man.
But let's get back into this, man.
Sorry, chat.
They mentioned something that was interesting, man. About the NFL Olympics. What's your thought on that?
Oh, the 707 for the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why not? I mean, now no, it's just gonna be kind of tough. Like, how you gonna
pick?
How you gonna pick, man?
Like, do you do team? Is your team like? Is it 14? Is it like how many players do you take over there?
Yeah, so that's gonna be the
And then
deal.
that's another thing that's kind of rough too, because now big man can't compete for a gold medal.
So that's why I say it's like it's cutting all that kind of out, but
like your Pro Bowl lineman they won't be able to get a gold medal. So
yeah, so it's kind of like, even though 707 is kind of just a growing thing, it's the thing now. I mean, it's gonna happen. So it's just a matter of who
and they're gonna the way it's gonna be is they're gonna pick guys who can play both ways.
Oh yeah, you have to,
except for your quarterback. Your quarterback's gonna be the only person that's gonna be pretty much just playing quarterback. Everybody else is gonna play both ways.
Yeah.
We seen some of that tonight. Like, you seen Chase, you see CD Lamb them and Pickens them playing some defense. Like, you seen some of the offensive guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Converted Turpin was out there,
like, so guys that could play both ways. So that's gonna be quite interesting to see, but it's gonna have this, its positives and its negatives for sure.
Shout out to American Hooligan. He said, "What's up with some of the Pro Bowlers not playing? Wanted to see Bonito, but never showed up." The 707, man, it kind of doesn't allow for linemen or linebackers to really
DN stuff like that
to really participate, and
that's what some of them opted not to play them in the 707. They just was there
just hanging out. So that's one of the downsides we was speaking about, far as linemen, linebackers, edge rushers, not being able to participate. We was discussing bringing back these skills challenges and things of that nature to allow them to participate, because every fan has their favorite players
or your team.
Your team.
You want to see your guys play.
You want to see your guys out there, playing. So, unfortunately for us, with us being part of Cowboy Nation, we had quite a few out there.
We got to see everybody but our kicker and our
lineman was
Tyler Smith.
Yeah. So
I think that was it. I think everybody else participated.
Oh, Quentin Williams, he was there too.
Yeah, Quentin Williams didn't either.
So it would, and I think Quentin Williams has that personality. Like, you want to see him on camera, you want to see him on TV. Yeah, he has that type of personality. He's funny. So, but as they have it structured right now, you're not gonna see them type of guys out there, unfortunately.
I don't know what they could do. They took the game out of it. I mean, people complain about the game. Got the 7-on-7. They got his issues. I don't know what they can turn to besides adding other drills.
Yeah, that's all they can do at this point, man. So, and then, like I said, it's like Dan said, back in the day when they played in pads, it was
pride.
It was pride. Now this generation, they can care less about that part of it. So
they really just there just to talk to their friends and have fun.
Only thing they was missing was barbecue grills on the sideline.
That's
it, and some spade tables. So outside of that, spade and domino tables. Other than that,
we got to understand, like, the new generation was raised differently than a lot of the older generations.
Yeah,
like a lot of these guys that get to the pros, they don't come from poverty-stricken backgrounds. Like, they ain't got that chip on their shoulder like that. You know, like a lot of guys that was getting to the NFL back in the days, man, they was all coming from poverty stricken, bad backgrounds, things like that. So they always had a chip on their shoulder. They was coming, not being, being drafted, not being drafted, stuff like that. So you got guys, man, they grew up good. They went to private school. They,
they didn't know no struggle.
So they like, man, shoot, yeah, I'm gonna play good, but I'm gonna have a good time.
Yeah. They out there with their ice around their neck and
got their Oakleys on, man. They chilling.
And you know them Oakleys ain't cheap at all.
They stepping on them, getting a new pair.
So they out there playing, got their rollers on. Nation Wright had their roller on.
It's just different, man. Like just different, I grew up different from the way my kids growing up now. You know, I grew up in the hood, in the ghetto. I went to school like that. My kids don't know what a ghetto is.
Yes, facts. And it's like an everyday constant reminder, like, oh, okay, hold on. They never seen any of this. So
my child, they are squares.
Squares, facts. And I'm cool with that.
Like, you know, the stuff they into, I didn't want to even be bothered. You know, but you know, there's just a difference in the generations, and that's kind of what happens. That's kind of how the game moves. It's the same thing that happened with the NBA, you know. So
So the way they grew up, it affects their outlook on life. So it's,
you know, it ain't no ill will.
No.
You know,
you're like, I love to play, and it's a game. And back in the day, for us, it's more than a game.
Like, this is survival.
It's either gonna be me or it's gonna be you, and I'm banking on me. So that's how it is.
What American Hooligan say?
Oh, that's the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, man, that's a difference in the that's a difference in the generations, man. Like, guys grew up differently, man. They're not walking around with a chip on their shoulder like that. They're not walking around with ego and pride. They're not doing that like that no more. You know, football is just a game to them.
Yeah, it's not that deep for them.
You know, yeah, they want to play good. Yeah, they want to shine. Yeah, but not at all cost, and not at the cost of friendship.
That's a fact, man. Friendships was lost over competition back then.
You had guys like take for like Coach Prime, like Deion Sanders stole on his own homie.
Facts.
Him and Andre Rice, they was friends. They was tight. He stole on him. They changed teams, and they both got a chip on their shoulder. That's like the way they grew up. But Deion grew up in poverty. So he's like, man, I gotta get my mama out this situation. So he grew up with that chip on his shoulder. He grew up with that mentality, like, you know, I gotta make this work. You know, and so did a lot of other guys, you know. And so they sacrificed their body, man. When you talk about, you know, guys, you know, sacrificing their bodies, you know, the way they used to hit, you know. You talking about car collision.
Facts.
You know, so, you know, it's just different now, man. And, you know, and I can't really fault them. It is what it is, you know.
No, different
it is what it is,
man. For sure.
Some say either change with it or leave it alone.
Yeah.
Or get left behind. Just what it is, you know. So I learned to stop complaining about it. If I'm gonna watch football, I just watch it, man. If I ain't gonna watch it, I don't watch it. And it's
Yep.
just kind of how it's turned up and how it is. And it's the same with sports across the spectrum there, man. But we also got some videos, man, we want to get to, man. That was quite interesting, man, and I thought was quite funny and quite messy as well. George Pickens was being interviewed at the Pro Bowl, and this is kind of how it how it transpired.
Said because of you got Micah's money. You gonna get Micah's money because if Micah's not there, they can pay you.
Why you scratching?
I mean, it's a very possibility. Everything in life is a
Look at
possibility.
City. Like,
But we definitely,
look at Micah. Like, look.
Michael Parsons, we definitely could have used his talents. We know he was in Dallas for a long time. He loved
Micah
it.
hurt.
But all I can say is a very high possibility.
Micah hurt. Look at
Look at
my money.
my money.
So he's the reason why I ain't there. Boy, they reported messy.
Oh man.
Boy, that's messy at its finest.
It is. Especially we right there. At least he didn't say it behind your back. So
That's true.
gotta respect it for
We
that.
had another question from American Hooligan.
So I feel like they need to put more money or importance into the Pro Bowl. I feel like the NFL is giving up showing it on a Tuesday.
That was wild.
Yeah, it was weird. At the very least, you could have did it on a
On
Saturday.
Sunday, on Saturday or Sunday, it was
Back in-
wild.
Yeah, that Tuesday, it was just they really just put it on the back burner. Yeah, that's true. And like I said, if they don't make some changes, it's gonna just just dissolve, and then you're just gonna be a paper, Pro Bowler. If putting it on a Sunday like that, rather than, like I said, a Saturday would have been. Because usually it was on the Sunday before the Super Bowl. Then when they moved it to Tuesday, it was just weird. But
How about this? How about they get the players that don't have guaranteed contracts and let them play? Don't call them Pro Bowlers now, but you pay them money because they don't have guaranteed contracts, and they get a chance to play for some legit money.
Well, you talking about competition through the roof?
And you want to see some head cracking?
Yeah.
If you want to see excitement,
yep, that'll get your competition back right there. For sure. What's this say? Baby Lon Burns, Cowboys Super Bowl equal Pro Bowl. You can say that about all the teams that was represented there. There's only two teams that was not in the Pro Bowl. And that's Seattle and New England. So
I guess that applies to every team that's not in the Super Bowl.
That applies to 2018's Baby Learn Burns.
That was a smart statement. Thank you for showing us your brilliance.
And while you at it, be smart and hit that like and subscribe button for us too.
American Hooligan could say if want to see the up and coming, the up and comers. That'll work too.
I'm saying a lot of these guys that's on practice squad.
I only said that because it'll get a chance for the what's up, True Grizzly. I only said that because a lot of guys on the field that plays don't have guaranteed contracts.
Mm-hmm. And if you really look at it, somebody like George Pickens, who's technically a free agent, you see how he was out there showcasing a little bit.
George Pickens been showcasing all season. George Pickens like, hey,
I'm getting back. You like. So American Hooligan, he agreed with it, and they have the fans vote.
Hey.
Yep. Shout out to you. You're set.
Shout out, brother.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, man. That'll get your competition back.
You can actually get out of the 7-on-7 format.
Yeah.
What True Grizzly said, thoughts on all the coaching change. Personally, I love it. Next year is going to be up for grabs again. I can say that because you got a lot of system changes. There's a lot of system changes, a lot of schemes that are going to change. It's going to be a lot of teams that catch teams by surprise again.
Mm-hmm.
So I could definitely see that. American Hooligan, that's what we're not going to do. We like,
bro. Johnny Manziel so far removed.
Man,
he ain't thinking about no football. He said, "Don't call me Johnny Football no more."
We're gonna keep him in his powder where he at.
And his drink. So he say he clean, but his eyes say different. He said
Bills will never win a Super Bowl, honestly.
Yeah.
Man, they refuse to get enough talent over there, man. They don't have enough talent, man. They still don't have a number one receiver. Like they don't want to get talent over there. So if they continue to construct the roster this way, then yeah.
The Chad's not gonna catch everything.
Boy, they caught everything. Did he say Johnny? That man did say Johnny Manziel. Yeah. Put him out there.
He said Johnny doing good on podcasts for Ocho and Shannon. Yeah,
he needs to stay right there. He is doing a good job.
Yeah. Oh man. Rather see Cody Kessler come back than Johnny Manziel. Hey, Cody Kessler, he doing the Gears Arena, the football podcast. He doing, and if you actually look at, he got a brilliant football mind.
Yeah, he breaks the game down really good.
Good. So yeah, I think he know that.
I like what they got going over there. They got a good balance of
yeah,
of rhetoric and IQ.
Yeah, so nah, man. But yeah, man, you had a fan vote on it. You know, some of these players that's, you know, either practice squad or kind of down the roster there, but you know, they're talented. They just don't have the opportunity. Put them out there, man, and for sure. True Grizzly said, "What are y'all thoughts on Sean Payton and Bo Nix situation?" You want to go first, or?
Oh, you can go ahead.
Yeah, so I think, you know, it was a little tension, but I think it's not as big of a deal as, you know, some may make it out to be. So they'll meet up and chop it out and then go on about, you know, their way. If you ever notice that Sean Payton, he talks a lot. And sometimes with people that talks a lot, they just start venturing into things that's ain't, you know, you shouldn't be sharing. But I think they'll be okay. I think, you know, it's a little tension right now, but come, you know, OTAs, man, it'll
I'm on the different side of the spectrum because I believe it's going to always be an ongoing situation because Bo Nix is not the quarterback that Sean Payton wants him to be.
How so?
With the system, Sean Payton, he's going to be tough on you because of the standard he has. When you come from the quarterback he had at the Saints, Drew Brees, like he's gonna, whether he said it or not, he's always gonna measure him up to that, and he's gonna believe he believes that Bo Nix needs to play close to that level for them to have a shot to win.
Well, I don't think Bo is sensitive in that way. It's the thing of him. Like, why are you bringing up my medical history in that? Like, what does that have to do with you making that bad play call that lost y'all the game?
because it comes from another place. Like, it ain't about the medical history. It's about the way he played football. I'm not sure if he can take us to where we need to go.
But he the one that called that play for him to get hurt on. He called that play.
I mean, I don't think the play got him hurt. I just think the situation got him hurt.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm not saying if he didn't like call that particular play, he wasn't gonna get hurt. But at the same time, the play you call and he ran, he had to get hurt on. But this man brought up his medical history from high school.
I mean, when you look at it, yeah, Bo Nix has a bad injury history, but it doesn't stem from that. They've been having an inner beef prior to that because of the way that he views the quarterback. And I agree with you, Grizzly. He said he doesn't like Bo's style. He likes a style of a Drew Brees.
Then why did he draft him?
Because he thought he could mold him.
If you see, this is the problem I have with the coaches. What's the point of looking at these guys' college tape and seeing what type of skill set they have or what type of quarterback they have, and looking at it for what it is?
And then not only that, he might have liked him at the time, but realizing that quarterbacks like that typically don't win.
A run first type of
quarterbacks typically don't win.
Yeah. Now, okay, and then my thing is, would you say that Sean Payton is a good to great coach?
I mean, I think he's a good coach. Now, great, that's remaining to be seen.
Okay,
now, he had a Super Bowl win, but that's way back in
right.
time.
Way back. That was almost 20 years ago. So I get that. So with a good or great coach, they should be able to adjust to the type of player they have, right?
I mean, I think that's what they're doing. They're the reason why Bo is running is because Sean is adapting to the way that Bo can play. Bo's style is being able to RPOs, things of that nature. That's why he's running.
So if that's the case, then he just needs to just shut up and adjust and rock with it.
But he understands it's gonna be hard for us to win.
Hey man, if you that guy, if you that coach, I agree. Sean playing to both strengths, but he can't overall win like that. Remember that mobile QB from Saints? Oh, Taysom Hill. He liked him, but he turned him to a tight
end. Facts. Everybody kept pushing for Taysom Hill to start. And Sean Payton kept like, nah. He put him in there situationally. Like, hey, I'm putting you here, Wildcat. Tight end. Running back.
No.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, the history shows like how he feels about run first quarterbacks. Like, he had one on his team. He would never give him the quarterback job. He just wouldn't even give him a year and say, hey, I'm gonna give you the job. Let's see what you do.
Now, and to that point, the one time he did have him in there as a full-time quarterback, and it was happened to be against the Cowboys, it was a disaster.
I appreciate that too.
I did too. I thank you.
Because he was giving that thing away.
For sure. So I disagree. American Hooligan. He likes both style. He just did what Sean does, and that's open his mouth when he shouldn't have. So we have a difference of opinion there.
I think there's smoke. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And I don't think Sean just opened his mouth just for the sake of just opening his mouth.
Now it is kind of convenient because I think this is going into Bo's contract year off his rookie deal.
He ain't gonna be there.
Hey, Chad, what do y'all think? Do y'all think they're gonna re-sign Bo, or they're gonna let him. They're gonna let him walk or trade him because this is his contract year.
When you look at stuff like coaches, most of the time it's strategic. Most of the time, coaches don't say stuff just for the sake of saying it, especially when it comes to their quarterback. If the Broncos don't fix their problem, the owner is going to make the decision to keep Bo or Peyton. It's going to come down to that.
Yeah.
The way that they're going at each other, it's going to come down whether it's going to be Sean Payton or it's going to be Bo Nix.
And most times when that happens, player wins.
It's easier to move on from a coach than it is, player. Yeah. Because the player counting against the cap, the coach don't. So you can move that. You can move on off of that. So it's always easier to move on and get another coach. So we know how that. If that comes down to that, we know how that's going to play out.
Facts. So American Hooligan said he did the same thing by calling the Jags a small market team, but they are.
They are. That's a fact.
That's a fact.
They are a small market. They're not a big market. A big market is Cowboys, Rams, things like that. Giants.
Because even Denver is a small market. So
Denver is a small market. Like it's not a negative thing to say. It's just facts.
I think they only keep Bo if he play like an all-pro level. Now it will be the second time Sean beefing with the QB.
Oh, Sean, unless you can play like Drew Brees, Sean ain't gonna beef with you.
And then you have to also remember he come from the Bill Parcells tree.
Mm-hmm.
And that's old school. So Sean Payton is old school, and they tough on quarterbacks because Bill Parcells he did it when he was in his tenure here in Dallas, man.
Mm-hmm. And that's why, because Belichick come from the Parcells tree too, and that's why Belichick was tough on Tom early on in his career.
Yeah,
and we know about the riffraffs they had and stuff like that, but they was able to overcome it because they was winning. Winning cures all. Now, if Denver come out and start winning next year, and hey, to heck with that, to heck with the medical history, to heck with the coach said, winning cures all. Now, when you lose, you hear stuff like this.
This has become a story. So, American Hooligan said they are, but did he really have to say that is the question? Man, that's the thing about old school coaches. They gonna say what's on their mind, whether it's warranted or not. That's just how they roll, man. That's just how they roll.
In his mind, Bo is gonna continue to get hurt, not only because of his medical history. He brought up his medical history because he feel like Bo is gonna continue to get hurt.
Yeah,
Bo has been having injury problems since he's been in the NFL. So he's feel like, man, we can't win with him because he's going to always be hurt because the way that he plays. He's a run first type of quarterback. He's a one read type of quarterback. He looks, if the read ain't open, he's looking to take off. And we know how that end for most quarterbacks. You're going to have a bad, history. Look at Lamar, injury. Jaden Daniels. I mean, we just keep going down the list of quarterbacks that like to run. So
yeah.
Hopefully they can get it fixed though. They got a talented defense.
They do. Honestly, I like that mindset. Hold guys accountable. That is why NBA players are so entitled now. Softest coaches.
It's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, but it's one thing. It's one thing that's gonna prevent that change going back to the old regime, and that's that dollar bill. They make too much money now.
Oh, for sure.
Too much money now.
Follow the money. The money always gonna win.
You got to remember this is a business.
So but Bo can play his way in or out of Denver. So this is all on Bo. So can't nobody stop him but him. It's all on him. If he comes out and ball out next year, to heck with Sean Payton. Sean Payton gonna be gone.
Facts.
if Bo come out and think to join up or he gets hurt again, then they're gonna be looking like, well, maybe Sean was right.
Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, he did.
what you saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Who brought they back?
I think Bo Nix.
Oh, he did last year. He did broke his back.
That's what Sean is saying. Like, bro, he always hurt. Like, how can we win? This brother hurt.
Yeah, man.
And he have significant injuries. Like, this ain't no. He ain't break a finger or nothing like that. Or toe.
Man. When you dealing with back and foot and knee injuries
and stuff like that stuff starts to add up. Like,
yeah.
And with the way that he plays, you don't see a end near. Like, you don't see. You just see injuries happening. They're going to continue to happen because you don't. You just the way he plays football.
That's a fact. Yes, I remember when Elway was tough on Tebow in 2012 in Denver, and he was never the same after that playoff run. Well, Tebow
was he should have been playing another position.
He's a Taysom Hill type.
Yeah, he's a football player. He's what you call just a plain football player.
He's a gadget guy, and that's what he should have been. He really was just a quarterback.
He's not a pure quarterback. He's not a pure passer of football, things of that nature.
He had bad mechanics. It was just bad footwork.
His mechanics was bad. Footwork was bad. His delivery on the ball was bad. His touch on the football was bad. It just was bad. But shout out to him.
Shout out to him, man. I agree it's on Bo and CJ to ball out. They're both gone if they play bad next season. And I think so more so for CJ because it's been a decline since his rookie year.
At least when Bo is on the field, he's decent. Yeah. When CJ on the field, he's garbage. He's been garbage this year. When CJ played this year, he's been garbage. So,
no, that's a fact, man.
No, Tebow was a dog. Tebow
call him man a gimmick.
Tebow was a dog. Don't get me wrong. He just wasn't a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Fetty said, isn't that coaching? Y'all let Skip Bayless hype Tim Tebow up. I think they like his mentality and the way he plays football. He wears his emotions on his sleeve. He's gonna play. He's gonna give you 100%. And everybody wants a player like that, but just him just playing the quarterback position, it just wasn't going to happen. And no, that's not coaching. That's bad coaching because he should have never been in that position in the first place.
You talking about Tebow?
If he's talking about Tebow, no, that's not coaching.
Nah, that's you saw what he was and you put him in that, you set him up to fail. So Tebow was a winner, baby. Just ask the Steelers.
In college, Tebow was a winner. He could even argue to say he might be one of the best college football players of all time, especially when it comes to winning.
But the NFL is a different league.
But you get to the NFL, it's different from college. You can't run, spread, QB draw.
Can't outrun everybody. Can't muscle over people. You're going to have to think at this level.
It's all about IQ. It's all about mechanics. It's all about, the little things, the details.
Tebow was a dog in college, one of the best QB all time in the NFL. Nah, he should have played fullback or tight end from the start.
Maybe tight end. I could see him doing that. He probably would have been a decent tight end had he started his career as that and not came in as a quarterback.
Hey, Dan, I'll be right back.
Had he not came in as a quarterback, somebody, Mr. Confetti said he's 8-4 NFL as a starting quarterback. Man, he made some decent plays, man, but his mechanics and man, it just wasn't good, man. He's just not a quarterback. He's just a football player is what Tim Tebow is. He's a guy that you can go out there. He reminds me of a backyard type of football player. He's a guy that goes out there and he tries to and you can kind of stick him anywhere and he can kind of thrive. Tight end, you can hand him off the ball, things of that nature. But for as him playing quarterback and putting him under the center, no go. True Grizzly. True Grizzly said, "You sound like Skip." Is what you have done lately. You know how many play decent in the NFL and gotten benched. No difference than Tebow. One hit wonder style too. Just saying, the one full season they let him play, he got them to the playoffs and has more playoff wins than Justin Herbert. I think that defense got them there to the playoffs. I think that he did win a playoff game and he made a big time throw. But I have to agree with True American Hula. I agree with True Grizzly. You can't just be decent and think you're gonna play quarterback. And they handing out $60 and $70 million to quarterback. So you mean to tell me you're gonna pay Tim Tebow $50-60 million to play quarterback for your team? I think not. The quarterback is the highest paid player on the field. That means he needs to be the best, or at least up there. And that's not Tim Tebow. Mr. Graffiti, he put out some miracles. He said, I think it's the offensive style of that time. It wasn't fitting for that time of football. No, man, the NFL is different from college. In college, they run a lot of spread formations, man. They run a lot of options, a lot of QB draws, a lot of design QB runs. You never rarely get under the center, things of that nature. So it works for quarterbacks like that. But when you get to the NFL, you're getting under the center. You got to read defenses. You got to be able to go through progressions. You got to be able to make, different type of throws on the field. You got to be able to audible in and out of plays, and things like that. And Tebow just wasn't there, man. Along with his mechanics, it looked nasty when he threw the football. It didn't look good. True Grizzly says, exactly, bro. Tebow made a good throw. The defense are too good. They didn't take Tebow seriously. Can you imagine another season with Tebow play styles with the defense IQ? I mean, I agree, man. Like, it's just different, man. Like I said, it's different time, man. Like, most quarterbacks can't make that transition from college to NFL. It's a different style of football. And like I said, you mean to tell me you think Tebow should be on somebody's starting quarterback and they paying quarterback $60 million? You gonna pay Tebow that?
There's some teams that's foolish enough to do that.
Yeah, well, yeah. Unfortunately,
but it'll happen.
It just didn't. He didn't look good playing the position. It wasn't even. It didn't look good. It looked awkward.
Yeah, it was. Like I said, if he went to that Taysom Hill role, he could have carved out him a nice career.
American Hooligan said, Elway made the right move going with Peyton. But if you were a Bronco fan that year, Tebow, it was magic, bro. I agree with you. I was cheering for him when he made the play. I'm not saying I didn't want the guy to succeed. I'm saying that just they knew they wasn't gonna get a Super Bowl that way. That's why they brought in Peyton.
Yeah,
He's just not an NFL quarterback. But now he made some big time throws, man. I was there watching when he made that slant pass to Demaryius Thomas, and he took it to the house in the playoffs. I was watching.
Facts. So I love Tebow passion, but passion isn't enough in the NFL. Maybe Tebow get away with it with the Ravens back in the day. I don't think it's any team he was gonna be on. It was kind of gonna be, like I said, outside of him taking on that Taysom Hill type role, a utility player. It was gonna kind of be the same thing. You got to remember, bad footwork, bad throwing mechanics, then let alone trying to read a defense. That, because for one, you're gonna have to take a year or two just to fix his mechanics. Then another year or so to fix his footwork. That's 3 to 4 years, and he ain't even started reading defenses at that point. You're just trying to get him to be able to throw the ball efficiently and get it out on time and get it accurate. So you 3 to 4 years in, just getting those things together. And in today's NFL, that's not gonna fly. It's a true Grizzlies fan. I overall try and give false hope on Tebow, possibly play QB in NFL. That old Raven team on defense was deadly. Now that old Ravens defense was top notch, man. They didn't need much on offense, but at the same time, it had to get more than what he had.
You got delivered. You got delivered to Shannon Sharp when he over.
Yeah,
big play, Shay.
Yeah,
that one touchdown they got, they need you to hit that.
That's a fact.
The offense was trash, but god dang it, we need that one touchdown.
One touchdown, yep. He got traded to the Jets where QBs go to die. Yeah, that is true. It's like if your quarterback you with the Jets, it don't look good there, man. For sure. He said, look at Justin Fields. How do you feel about Justin Fields there? Do you think he as bad as advertised like he was with Pittsburgh and the Jets, or is it just bad situations?
I think that he is a undeveloped quarterback. I think he's a system guy. I think he's a guy that if he was in the right situation, he can look decent. Like if you put him in some of those situations where you got a top-notch defense, we'll be sitting there talking about, man, Justin Fields looks pretty good. If you put a lot of quarterbacks in his position, they'll look just as bad as he does. Put Bo Nix over there. Let's see how Bo Nix look at the Jets. Take that defense away from Bo Nix and put Bo Nix on the Jets and see how good he looks.
What y'all think, chat? Shout out to Kevin Underwood. He said, why they not allowing Colin Kaepernick back in?
Man, politics, man. Colin Kaepernick, man, when you go against the NFL like that, brother,
you can hang it up. You can't sue them and then put them on blast and then expect them to let you back in like that.
You know, when he sued them, he had to know that he was basically crucifying his own career.
Justin Fields is not a QB pro.
I mean, he's a one read guy, just like the rest of the guys, and then he likes to run.
Yeah. So if you look, he's Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I mean,
put Justin Fields on Philly, and you're gonna have the same production.
I just said that about a lot of guys. If you put a lot of guys in Justin Fields' situation, like he went to the Steelers. The Steelers situation was just as worse as the Jets. The offense is trash.
Mm-hmm.
Only difference,
He said so. He said he is. He just said bad development.
For sure.
And True Grizzly said Justin Fields could have went to the Rams. Fields is trash. I think if he got with like Sean McVay,
if he got with Sean McVay, he'll look decent.
Now,
I'm not saying that he's a Pro Bowl caliber quarterback, but I'm saying he could look decent as some of these other guys look.
He's talented.
I think that he could look like a Bo Nix. He can look. So y'all think that the one that's going to the Super Bowl is super talented for the Seahawks? Or is he just in a great situation?
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Like, come on. Situation matters.
He said Field can't throw. He's an XFL type QB. Let's be real. Some guys are not meant to play in the NFL.
Fields has talent, man. Now, is he the most talented guy? No. But guys, like I said, situation matters.
Yeah, so he's a 9. If he gets developed, honestly. Yeah. And True Grizzly fan, he's responded to Kevin Underwood. He said Colin was declining and he was going against the Shield too. So
I mean, Colin was a runner. He wasn't never a great thrower of the football, bro. So he really wasn't that great of a quarterback. He just was super electric running the football. When you have that, and then you go against the Shield too. So you don't have a lot of talent for teams to take their risk of coming to get you. You know, because teams would take a risk to come and get you. Like we have players that kill people, and there was an NFL. So like teams will take their risk to come get you. What? Am I lying though?
He said, if you got the talent, bodies or nobodies, they'll come get you.
But am I lying though?
You ain't lying, man. But
and I don't want to call his name out, but we all know. We all know if you got talent like that, teams will take a chance on you.
Oh man. So Mr. Confetti said, I don't think he's talented. He got a great defense.
Where? The Jets? All right, Graffiti. You got to put that bottle down. You got to put that bottle down, man.
The same one that didn't have an interception all year. The only team in the NFL.
That's the only team I think the defense is worse than the Cowboys. They rival us. Somebody said Sam Darnold is like Josh Allen. He makes good plays, but high turnover rates. He ain't nothing like Josh Allen. I ain't the greatest Josh Allen fan, but for you to say Sam Darnold like Josh Allen, Graffiti, you on something, brother. Somebody, True Grizzly say to me, Sam Darnold always was a solid QB, but when you don't have pass protection, you're going to look below average. Sam made the Vikings a top team last year, then do it again with the Seahawks. He's good. This is the same guy that he's seen ghosts. Like I said, situation matters.
Yeah.
He's seen ghosts when he's with the Jets. I mean, he was like boogity boogity boo. Like he's seen ghosts. And then you go to a good situation. Oh, man, he looks pretty decent.
This is why I said a couple of shows back when I said
Graffiti. I'm saying Sam Darnold is not a Josh Allen.
Yeah, whatever you drinking, man. Share what you drinking on, Mr. Confetti, because
no, they might have similarities in turning over the ball, but Josh Allen got that Buffalo team to the playoffs. If you put Sam Darnold on that Buffalo team, they do not make it to the playoffs, brother.
That's a fact. I agree he saw ghosts, but just don't have a line. He said your top QB will see ghosts.
That's what I'm saying, True Grizzly. You're making my point. If you put any quarterback or any average quarterback in that type of situation, they're going to look like trash. But if you put an average quarterback on a really good team, he can look pretty good. That's what happened to Sam Darnold. He went to a trash team, he looked trash. Went to a really good team, he looked good. So it's the same thing.
Yeah, and this, like I said, this is what I said a couple shows back. Situations matter. It always matters, unless you one of the few QBs in the league that you can pretty much drop in any situation and you're gonna make it do what it do. But for 95% of the QBs in this league, situations matter.
It matters. And not 95. There's only one quarterback in the NFL where a situation really don't matter. And that's Pat Mahomes.
That's fair.
Everybody else, situation matters.
That's fair.
They need a good team around them to win.
Mm-hmm. He said Josh is a better QB. Sam have a better supporting cast. Situations.
Of course. That's all I'm saying.
He said, yeah, Josh Allen got some mobility. You're right. Because he has to make something out of nothing. Because
they don't have the talent there. They don't have the receiving core that Seahawks have. They got Cooper Kupp and JSN. Give JSN and Cooper Kupp to Buffalo and see what the heck happens. Give Buffalo that defense that Seattle got.
That's a fact.
Those guys are so well coached, it ain't even funny. The way they pass off in zone coverage, like, do y'all watch them? They drop back in that cover 6.
It's beautiful to see.
And the Rams tried to fool them because they was matching up in the zone.
Mm-hmm.
And the Seahawks read it perfectly and passed it off and cut off the wheel. It's just beautiful.
It was beautiful to see.
It's just beautiful football, man. And I'm not even a Seahawks fan, but it's just good football.
So Caleb Williams balled out this year.
Situation matters, man.
Situation matters, man. When you get a coach in here that helps develop you, this is what you get.
He put you in the right system for you to thrive. And Caleb Williams was doing his thing. Only separate QB, if you put all QB on correct teams or in great situation, there are QB will still find a way to turn the ball over. There's a guy like Romo. Cowboys supposed to have won a chip with y'all roster. I mean, yeah, Cowboys could have won a chip with their roster, but with all things being said, you need luck to win. When I say everything going right, that means the roster and everything going your way. Calls, things of that nature. The whole Dez caught it, he didn't catch it, all that kind of stuff like that. So, all plays into a good scenario. That year the Cowboys had 16 Pro Bowlers on offense and defense, and Romo not going far in the playoffs. Romo's style was similar to Aaron Rodgers. Only difference, Romo turned the ball over. That, and then I thought Aaron Rodgers could escape the pocket a little bit better than Romo.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, what made him so proficient in his younger years, he didn't have arm arrogance. Now, Aaron Rodgers is probably one of the best throwers of the football of all time.
Facts.
But he wasn't so arrogant in his arm that he would try throws. He would just run and pick up the first down Romo is going to try to squeeze the tight window. When it's like, bro, just run and get the 3 yards. Romo is going to try to throw that thing.
Scramble.
Well, we will see if this coach got the same level of coaching, because some coordinators aren't good coaches. So like, I like a big. I gotta see it before you like to do it in NFL.
Okay, and which coach are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm lost there. Also, Michael Parsons today in that cart was hilarious.
That was funny.
That was funny, and him trying to get on the field was funny too.
You see at the end when Dak put that flag on, they were gonna try to let him play.
They kept calling him Lightning McQueen. True Grizzly say, I agree. If you gave Aaron Rodgers Romo team, y'all winning multiple Super Bowls. You could say that.
Fair to say.
His decision making was just better than Romo's. Romo's was just a gunslinger. Remind me a lot of Brett Favre. Brett Favre was like that.
Mm-hmm.
Brett Favre would throw into danger quick.
That was his MO.
He would make great plays, but oftentimes he'd get that thing picked off too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you talking about the Bills?
The Bills. Oh yeah, they made.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see that.
I thought the Bills should have brought back Dayball as the OC.
Yeah, or Dayball end up in Tennessee.
I think so.
Yeah, so
Josh Allen played some of his best football under Brian Dayball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they should have brought him back, man. But
I think some guys are just better as coordinators than head coaches.
Head coaches, that's a fact. Like what's the one?
Like Dan Quinn. I think Dan Quinn he's a better DC than he is a head coach.
Yeah.
True Grizzly said the Bills about to go downhill. I don't know. The front office is a mess. I kind of agree.
Man, they are messy.
The way they handle stuff up there, man, and then not only that, the way they construct rosters, man, it's just all bad up there, man. Josh is in a bad situation there.
Yeah, I mean, you let Stephon Diggs go. You yet to draft the wide receiver 1. O-line trash. Yeah, man. This
all they really got is a really good run game. That's all they got.
That's all they got. And then you coming out and you dogging players on your team, on your active roster.
Josh, he get out there and start talking about players like, yeah, we lost because this guy here, that guy. Like, oh man.
Yeah, we really didn't want to draft this guy. This was a McDermott's guy. You doing all this, bro? It's a mess, man.
Somebody said same with Josh McDaniel, great OC, terrible head. I agree.
That's a great example.
Great example. There's a lot of guys who were great, coordinators and not head coaches.
Yeah, because when Josh McDaniel was head coach, it was disasters. It wasn't even like decent. It was just disasters.
And Dawson getting up in age as their best tackle on the Bills. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, a little long in the tooth, man. But that, like you said, man, that's how they got a bad front office, man.
There's a couple of them like that. The Bengals are like that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I'm big on that.
I thought the Bengals shouldn't have signed T. Higgins. I was not a fan of that signing.
Yeah, because that money could have been used.
Because their defense is horrendous.
It is, man.
You gave T. Higgins all that money, man. Y'all need some defense, brother.
Yeah, look pretty on offense, but it's three facets to the game. And not just offense. And y'all defense facet is horrendous.
Fed said, yeah, that's why I'm big on that with the OCs, because play calling is different than coaching players. True.
Yeah, because the thing with being a head coach, you have to be a leader of the whole organization. It's not just about the X's and O's.
You're a manager.
You're a manager.
You're managing things.
So you're managing personalities.
You're a motivator. You're a manager. You're wearing different hats. So it's kind of hard to just focus in on one thing. When you're a head coach. When you're a head coach, you're responsible for everything. Everything football is falls on you. So you got to motivate the players. You got to govern the players. You got to hopefully build a relationship with the players. You got to just everything that entails, and then trying to come out there and call plays too. Every coach just can't do that.
Yep, Cincy effing up on Burrow. Need defense and no line.
They need both.
But the thing is, they kept money's tied up.
Not no money, man. When they paid Burrow and Chase, and then turn around and pay Higgins, I shook my head. I told him, man, y'all better let Higgins walk, bro, for the greater good.
Good.
He talented, but y'all need help elsewhere, brother.
The
offense is fine.
You got a top 2 or 3 receiver in Chase, so it's easier to find a receiver, a second receiver, than to paying this guy. You can draft one, pay him, rookie scale money, and start addressing some of the holes you got on defense and your O-line issues. But we got a cousin he's been a lifelong Bengal fan for as long as I can remember.
I don't know what he drinking.
Man. Shout out to you. But for as long as I can remember, he's always been a Bengal fan. Why? I don't know. Because they haven't won nothing. They haven't been close to winning nothing.
Got to be the uniforms.
Facts agree. You can't pay number 2 wide receivers top money without hurting the other side of the field.
Me and True Grizzly, we agree again. You gave him number 1 money. He's a number 2 guy. And now it hurts your whole team. Now you can't fix your O-line. You can't fix your defense. You got 2 number 1 guys on there, and you paid them like that, and you don't have no other assets to fix your defensive side of the football.
No, man. No, they're gonna have to restructure some contracts, man, and try to make some space, man, and try to address it, man. Other than that, man, it's gonna be another.
Man, get on the phone with Buffalo. Tell them you'll send them T. Higgins, so you can get you some either draft capital or some players.
Yeah.
Tell them send Dawson on over. But
no, I ain't gonna say that because
what you say?
I said no, I ain't gonna even say that.
But on the for real, if I'm the Texans or if I'm Denver, I'm calling Cincy, and I'm gonna try to get Joe Burrow up out of there.
Hey, to be truthful, man, the way he was talking at the end of the season, I don't think he'll be opposed to that. Real talk.
No, he want to get out of there. True Grizzly, that's for sure. He said, man, sound crazy, but wide receivers are easy to replace. Wide receivers are the new running backs. But I mean, you can find a good wide receiver straight out of college. That
is a fact. They coming out really highly skilled. And then the way today's game is played is easily they can make the transition fairly easy. We see it every year. We've been seeing it every year for I would say the last 5 to 7 years, maybe even 10 years. They coming straight out of college and hooping out the gate.
The way that the game is played now, too, if you want to compete, you need a good run game and a good defense.
It's going back to that style.
And yeah, Mr. Graffiti, they did lose Logan Wilson.
Yeah, he was here
and didn't play. But
yeah.
that's another story. We'll get on that later. We ain't gonna go down there.
They traded him, bro. They brought him. Yeah.
But he ain't done no more.
He ain't gonna be there. Thanks. I'll go with my cousin that NFL going back to defense and
just watch the games.
Just watch the games, man. But everybody doesn't pick up on trends. They wait until it's
too late,
smack dab in the middle of it, and then realize, oh, it's changed. It's a revolving circle.
The teams that are competing or that was competing in the playoffs, they had a good run game and a good defense.
Good defense.
Denver got there because they got a good run game and they got a good defense. The Seahawks can run the ball, got a good defense.
Good defense.
Patriots, good defense. And it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing but something to get used to. Just look at it.
Yep.
And just copycat. The league is a copycat league. Just look at it.
Either defense is too elite or today QB are trash with low IQ. Well, you got to think about it, True Grizzly. They don't allow these QBs to really develop in today's game. They really don't allow them. They don't really give them time to develop. Now you have some that come out the gate and they can transition, pretty smoothly. But other ones, you just need time to develop, man.
I think we will see better quarterback play coming up here in the future because of the way that's changing. The reason why quarterbacks were looking so trash is because of the way that the NFL was being played coming out of the Patrick Mahomes era, which was pass first offense, and they kind of did away with the running back.
Back in
the old school days, it was a run first offense. When you had all those great running backs, when you talking about Emmitt Smith and all those guys,
Barry
Sanders, like it was a run first offense, and the quarterbacks kind of played off of that. Then you come into an era like this where it's a pass first offense, and let's see how many times we could throw. You throwing the ball 60 times,
and outside of one quarterback, if you throw the ball 40 and 50 times on a regular, their efficiency will go down. And then, like you said, I do remember 2 to 4 years when you start a QB, unless you a special QB. Like you gotta even think like Patrick Mahomes didn't start his rookie year until week 14?
Until Alex Smith got hurt.
He was sitting there. If you look at Aaron Rodgers sat for 4 years.
Tom Brady.
These guys sat and developed.
But also, a lot of those earlier guys, they had a run game. Like Tom Brady and them, they could run the football.
Yeah, the defense.
And they had a great defense. Peyton Manning, the same thing. You had Edgerrin James. Like they could run the freaking football. Like when you do away with the run game and say we're just gonna pass, now you're just predictable.
Yeah, so we can sit in cloud coverage all day.
And pass rush.
Yeah. So he says, Stidham. I'm not trolling. I'm trolling. Nah, I'm trolling with that one. Nah, man. Yeah, man. You just, it's like you said, it's changing back to the old school way of running and then defense. So you'll start to see more high IQ, better efficiency from the QB position for the ones that go along with the change. But the ones that's fighting the change, then you're gonna see more.
Look what the Seahawks did. The quarterback looks good because they can run the football and freaking play defense.
Mm-hmm.
So he don't have to take no chances. He can play safe, play well within the system.
Cause look at what he did. Look at the way he played when they played San Francisco. It was minimal. I think he threw the ball only like 19 times.
Mm-hmm.
And they blew him out. and that was because of the run game, and that was because of the defense.
And I don't even think he had a passing touchdown. I'm not
He
even
didn't.
sure.
No, he didn't have a passing touchdown.
So that's what I'm saying. Like you can win a game, a playoff game like that. That's because your run game and your defense.
So,
True Grizzlies say, what do you say?
Totally agree about QBs. Same with the NBA. You dilute guys come into the NBA after 1 year from college. They are not ready, which later years hurt NBA. You have to replace guys who grew up watching.
Yeah, that, and two, the thing about the NBA is guys are one-on-one players. They're not basketball players.
They don't know how to play. They don't know how to play the team basketball
within a team concept. Now, if you put a ball in their hand and you say let's play one-on-one, they would demolish people. But most players coming in, they can't play within a team concept. Most of them never had to. Most of them was always given the ball. Now, when you come on a team and you're not the best player, and they're asking you to stand in the corner and spot up and shoot,
or run flex. A lot of these young players don't even know what flex is.
They won't flex, no type of motion offense.
No, man. So that's, it's became a kind of a microwave league. They try to come in there with that AAU mindset, and they ain't gonna fly in the league.
And so that's why a lot of players fizzle out of the NBA, because they can't, and a lot of players thrive that you don't see thriving. Like a player like Draymond Green, he thrived because it's a 5-on-5 game. It's not a 1-on-1 game.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter how many skills he got. I can find a niche within the team to thrive.
And the ones that stick and make it, they find their niche, and they thrive in their niche. But the ones that don't, they fail to conform, and then after 2 or 3 years, they have to leave playing overseas, or just find their way in a 9-to-5 somewhere.
Like Cam Reddish was probably one of the most talented players I seen watch in high school. And if you go back and ask a lot of his peers that came up in high school with him, they asked him who the most talented player, they would say Cam Reddish. Go ask Anthony Edwards. Who was the toughest player he played against? He would say Cam Reddish. He was a great one-on-one player. Not good in the team concept. And him going to Duke with Zion and them didn't help.
Facts.
Somebody said Jeremiah Love is the best running back in college. Where will he fit? Where will he fit with what team in the NFL? The best fit for him, honestly, if he can, I won't want to see it, but if he can go to the Chiefs, that'll be big time for the Chiefs.
That will be big. Yeah, man. Ooh. And they can get them. Let me see what they draft position is. Let me see.
True Grizzlies say, I hope the NFL doesn't get like that. Now guys are trying to talk about 5-on-5 or 1-on-1. That S is cute, but not football. Any QB can throw without a rusher coming at you. That's true.
True. Yeah. I mean, and that comes from like they growing up now playing 7-on-7.
That's a big thing. 7-on-7 football.
So that's the equivalent of that for AAU for basketball nowadays. It's 7-on-7. It's like, it's big, especially like here in Texas. It is big. The 7-on-7.
True Grizzly, I wouldn't want to see him in Cincy. They can't block for him.
Ravens already have Derrick Henry, so that wouldn't make sense to go there.
I mean, Cowboys, we don't need him because we need defense, but I would take him.
I wouldn't turn him down.
I ain't gonna turn him down.
No, sir, wouldn't do that. But
he look like he can definitely be a game changer. Like he's a future star
for sure. A bit back like that.
So,
no, for sure.
I'm pretty sure he'll be there at 12. There's gonna be some tough decisions.
Yeah, it's gonna be some tough decisions to make there, man. Is
that like another CD Lamb pick? You know, where you're taking the best player on the board?
I'm conflicted because I know he would do well. He's a good player, but I'm kind of scarred by picking a running back that high because of the shelf life. We're gonna get a good 5 years tops.
You get 5 years, but just think about with that pass game. Just think about what that would be.
It would be crazy,
man.
It will be crazy, man, to see.
All right, True Grizzly. Be safe out there, brother.
Yeah, be safe, man. Appreciate you rocking with us, man. Yeah, that would be oof. But
that's what I'm saying. You can't stack that. You can't. You gonna stack the box?
Boy, you better not stack that box.
If they did it, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad either way. If they say, "Hey, we're gonna go defensive route," or "Hey, we just gonna take this," because that's what happened with CeeDee Lamb was on the board. Like CeeDee Lamb was on the board, and they was like, "Man, Dallas need to go get a defensive player."
Hey, and truth be told, he could very well be there.
Ball right there. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of
if the Chiefs don't take him, he could be. It might be one of CeeDee Lamb situations, or even Michael Parsons situations.
Well, Michael Parsons was, projected somewhere around there. CeeDee Lamb kind of fell there, and really was supposed to fall even lower because of Dallas was projected to take a defensive player. Yeah, but they jumped on it because it was like, man, yeah, we need a defensive player, but he's the best
player. He's the best player. Ooh,
somebody had Dallas passed on CD and took a defensive player.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, cause we can get a defensive player at 20.
And this is my feeling. It may be a little optimistic. I think the defense could be good with better coaching. I don't think they could be elite, but I think they could be middle of the pack with better coaching.
Yeah, because I think it's some guys on there could still play. It was just such a bad system, and then lack of coaching. It just, when everybody looks bad,
everybody looks lost and bad, and people missing assignments. That's coaching. So that's my take on it. Like better coaching, I think you get better play.
All right.
And I think Christian Parker, I agree with what he said. I think Dallas has a lot of usable pieces. I don't think you have to throw the whole defense away.
No, I don't think you do, man. You just, especially some of the younger players, man, you just got to develop them, man.
Or just put them in situations to win. Play them to their strengths.
No, that's a fact, man.
Like, look at Nashawn Wright. He went to the Bears.
Made the Pro Bowl.
Right?
Yeah.
It's coaching. It's just flat out. Just coaching.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, very seldom when some of these players leave Dallas that they don't be productive elsewhere.
They can pick talent. I can give them that.
Yeah, just can't coach it or develop it.
But man, guys, we finna grade and head up out of here, man. It's been good, man. We want to touch bases with you guys. We will be back, man, this weekend. I believe the Super Bowl is Sunday, right? Is it Sunday? So we will, man, be here after the Super Bowl, man. We're gonna be lit, man. Join us, man. Join in, tap in, man. We will be lit, man. Follow us on social media. Let that be known. Also, hit that like, share, subscribe button, man, and that notification button so you'll know when we're going live. But man, until next time, peace out.